wanted the Trial of Seven to have that feel old Westerns had.
We've got 14 riders fighting all at the same time.
There's a lot of components that can go wrong.
Got a couple of cuts and scrapes.
This was the most amount of stunt work I've ever done.
We had all worked so hard.
It was so satisfying seeing it come together as a show.
Episode 4 is Dunk's Dark Night of the Soul.
Outside in the courtyard at night, the rain has picked up. Dunk emerges from Ashford Castle. The night is half gone.
Tonally, we really wanted to feel the psychological weight of Dunk's death sentence.
They can't kill me twice.
For the actual battle sequence, it needs to be really muddy and messy. So it needs to be raining a lot the night before. We do that sort of oneer that follows him. It's almost like an echo of the previous night and that other oneer. Similar but different because now he's alone.
Sir Duncan, if you come for your shield, she left it with me.
Dunk's shield, which was Sir Arlen's, has the biggest journey of its own throughout this show.
You are not of Sir Arlen's blood.
No, I am not.
You must needs find a new device, sir. A sigil of your own.
It's another one of those nudges that says, go off and be your own person. The designs for this, we ended up much closer to the book. I like to honor George, and the artwork from his books has always been a major source of pride for him.
Gets a new paint job from Tanzel. So there you go, you've got the elm tree on sunset and the shooting star. It was a really challenging shield to paint because of the worn roughness of the wood effect on Sir Arlen's shield. We remade it with a cleaner version of the wood. We told ourselves story-wise that would have happened when Steely Pate was renovating it.
The final result is an emblem for who Dunk is. This tall, sturdy tree of a human being.
At the edge of the paddock, down from their horses except for one, are 4 knights.
Egg has brought those knights there. He goes off and he says, I can find knights for you, sir.
Cannot thank you enough. Nor Sir Stefan for bringing you.
The fuck is this Stevron? Yep, boy family.
Being Squire, I've trained a lot for this. I just started watching Cobra Kai, and I said, Cece, do you know any karate? And he said, yes. And I said, can you teach me? And he said, yeah.
Hand to ear, we're gonna step out, bring our hand in front, and we're gonna drop down. One, and perfect.
With the Targaryen costume. The sash is like red on the inside and black on the out. So I went to Cece and I got to black belt. Right. Nice job.
We have a lot of fun, me and Dexter.
Trying to do a hat trick. Right, come on.
Oh, that was so close.
Every day when we have a bit of free time, we're like, oots, oots, oots.
They're about to go fight a trial, and Egg's just practicing, just in case they need a 7th or an 8th.
On Dunk's side, it was a motley crew of, people that just showed up. They didn't all dress together and line up. With Dunk's armor, the key was to make it really simple. I think we got there in the end with a beautiful helmet with no embellishment. His presence alone would make him so heroic looking.
We made the chainmail shirt. It's riveted steel mail. He was actually quite keen to wear the steel as opposed to the aluminium. And that really helps because it gives a genuine feel of weight in the movement.
We got 2 gauntlets, one of which doesn't have the fist gauntlet because of jousting, because holding the reins and stuff, and obviously the shield over that as well. There's like a concept art that was based on the graphic novel. I really love that picture, so it's so cool to see it all in the finished product.
Baratheon armor, we have obviously the Baratheon referencing with the antlers, but kind of taken to the extreme.
With all sincerity, it is the most unwieldy and unbalanced piece of costume I've ever worn. You can't see anything, and it's so heavy that the whole thing is dragging your head back. But it just looks so cool, it had to be done.
Robin Riesling. He is, for lack of a better word, a hippie knight who doesn't dress himself or his horse in any leather products.
It's difficult to go to we call it a 10-1, which is code for a PP on set. That's very difficult, especially in armored gloves.
Each one of our armors is very different. That has been a representation of people's characters at their core.
Darren is straight from the book. He's got a little green feather on his helm.
The armor was very involved. It's based on a 14th century coat of plates, a little over 200 panels just on the torso and skirts combined.
I have a nice, great big plate with the beautiful apples. And we had some great fittings that were really helpful for me to start finding his presence.
So, Stefan, one of your friends. We need one more to make our 7.
I fight with Prince Arian and the Accusers.
I know none of you remember Sir Ireland of Pennytree, but I was his squire.
When Peter was doing that speech, we were all so transfixed. In that moment, it felt like Peter himself became Dunk the Tall. We were watching the birth of a true knight.
He was a good man, and he taught me how to be a knight. Not just sword and lance, but honor.
I was not his blood, but I have followed his example.
As your sons will follow in yours, as courage deserted the noble houses of Westeros. I will not believe it is so.
It was kind of an emotional thing to actually be doing it in real life after months and months ago trying to get it right to get the role.
Are there no true knights among you?
Peter was really quite a skilled writer.
I'll forever have a spot in my heart for Garacha, who played Thunder. He was just incredible that day. I kind of did something and I thought I was going to get in trouble. I wasn't allowed to canter, but I spoke off canter. All the extras started chanting. I'm never, ever, ever going to forget that, ever.
Rolling.
Episode 5, we go into a little bit of a longer story with Dunk, how he came up, and how that is going to make itself important in the Trial of 7.
All of the flashbacks we deliberately slightly stylized. You probably don't even notice when you're watching it. The camera doesn't really move. It's not a handheld camera, your memory. It does tend to be postcards of moments.
Also changed the framing a little bit, more centralized, more air over the head, kind of show Dunk being more vulnerable.
Stick him! 3, 2, 1. Lay that by me!
Danny is an incredible physical actor. Him drunk and having to turn on a dime and become Dunk's hero. You're requiring someone who can find those levels of performance and make them feel utterly natural.
Danny Webb was amazing. He picked a sword out and I thought, oh, this has made my life easy.
Because I designed the sword for Dunk, it wasn't ideal for Danny because Danny's a lot smaller than Peter. We did end up taking a couple of inches off the blade for Danny.
Sam, here we go.
Just so he could manage it and draw it from the scabbard.
So much of that was Danny himself.
I'd done sword fighting through the years, theatre and in drama schools.
So instead of there, a little bit there.
Up, going up. We'd actually choreographed a lot.
I was told they want us a little bit like a drunken master. You'll see him slip one way, slip the other.
Oh.
But it all sort of flashes back.
It was interesting determining how drunk Sir Ireland was, and as a result of that, how much of his qualities of a swordsman would shine through or not shine through.
Dunk's fighting with all of those attributes the flashback started to bring to life.
Dunk would know how to street fight, at least. But coming into a joust, this is huge.
7 on 7, it's a bit like somebody saying you're going to do a demolition derby, but with horses. I'm like, yeah, I'm in.
Me and Owen were a little bit terrified on doing this.
If it's unsafe, don't do it.
Brother against brother, uncle against nephew. It's really going to go down in the history books.
We've been used to seeing Ashford in a certain way, and it's vibrant and it's alive, and all of a sudden it's been cloaked in something that feels more sinister. To keep an entire valley cloaked in fog was super tricky.
We had smoke machines in every type. For out there, we would use exterior fog, food-grade mineral oil. You just heat it and it vaporizes and creates fog.
The smoke is going to be coming from one direction, and then you could see it go that way because there would be a wind that...
You get to a point where you're like, this is all I've got. Hopefully this is enough.
The continuity is all over the place. We're having to add layers in the foreground, midground, and background, and painstakingly roto around each character, each element in the shot. We ended up with about 210 fog shots.
We had actually done some tests, and you only see your opponent at the last moment.
The Atmos does create a brilliant atmosphere, but we do have to be careful to make sure these guys and these horses can see what they're doing. The 7 versus 7 is different to any joust that's ever been seen before because the tilts have been removed. The fact that there's 14 horses in this small arena galloping towards each other with lances and shields, that's a massive challenge in itself.
The horses have got to be trained to use then the shields as markers, and they're used to kind of going through the fences. That's something that becomes a bit more complicated in your rehearsals with horses.
All of these sorts of layers just to sort of isolate Dunk, it was really challenging. That it's worth it because you get this very dramatic setting for this perilous clash.
I thought it'd be soup, but it was
Banana
smoothie.
Oh, I love bananas, so I was all right with it.
Yeah,
I didn't mind.
Green fucking boys!
He's now fighting the entire royal family, basically. It's to the death. If that doesn't make you nervous, you're Batman.
Be vigilant. Don't die.
There's a line from the novella. The narrow eye slit of the Great Helm limited Dunk's vision to what was directly ahead of him.
Being inside that helmet and making it have that claustrophobic feeling, seeing the horses coming at us from inside this visor, it's a view that we've not had as an audience. I want to know what it feels like to be a knight charging into battle. So I've developed a shot where we actually put a camera on a wire cam and we'll fly into the back of his helmet.
Obviously, that rider be protected by a helmet, but we still have to black out the lens completely. It was a really tricky shot to design. We were like, we need to find a light camera.
We've inherited this Ronin that is very light-bodied. We can ultimately put it in positions that you can't put any other camera.
We will put a helmet in front of that lens to get the POV of the rider. We fix the camera onto my chest or horse rider chest. So it's the hidden cut that jump into inside the helmet.
You don't have 360 vision, so it'll really make you feel like you're in there.
The shield immediately gets blown to shit, ending any hopes that this might turn out well for him.
Arian's grey stallion barrels into him at full gallop.
Only very few times do we go handheld in the show. It just was a way of us pinning ourselves to Dunk what was taking place around him.
I like the fact that mud hits the lens, blood hits the lens. It's shocking. And I want to find moments that shock us all.
Obviously, Peter is a very big man, and I am a slightly shorter man.
Dunk's character is big and strong and not as trained as the others, and we have Arian who's a bit more live, so we definitely want to see that. Everybody moves different.
Peter worked very, very hard, and he got very, very good.
It was great because we just got to be two children playing with swords every day.
What I'm going to do, I'm going to put a thrust to you, and you're going to block it.
He's very physically able, retain the choreography really well.
It was like, oh, okay, I don't want you to be too good. Because Dunk, he hasn't got that experience behind him.
Peter's like, is a blank canvas. So with me, I have a fight coordinator, Troy Milanov.
Troy works for Pete now, and Troy will ground him a little bit.
There are parts of that sword fight that are actually me. It's pretty cool. Where Dunk has this kind of brute strength, I wanted Arian to be really quick and aggressive. Add this like kind of angry flavor to it. Arian's slightly like an assassin, and he has this horrible sword.
In the script, it's described as thin, long, and pointy. And that's always a challenge because he's going to be fighting against a broadsword, which isn't. You want to feel like these two swords can actually fight each other. We've had to try and make it a lot wider than we would normally. As you can see there, that's the two different thicknesses of blade. Otherwise, this won't last 2 minutes.
Everything about his fighting style and the weapons he uses is just like nasty. There's nothing honorable about the way he fights.
We think we've devised a very cool way of getting Dunk's helmet off. It's not too early in the fight so that we can keep our cool stunt guy fighting.
My stuntman, Jula, that was playing all the stuff with the helmet on, and then Finn's stunt guy, Zach, it was actually an honor to go out there and give those guys a break.
Huge credit to Zach. The armor was as comfortable as it could possibly be, but you know, it's clunky. It's meant to protect you. He moves so fluidly in it. It is unbelievable how he managed to do that.
And pull!
They deserve a hell of a lot of credit for this fight scene.
Peter's big swollen eye, we tape his eye shut with a little bit of wig lace, and then we just glue this whole thing over the top, so it's like a big rubber eye patch.
We soaked them with all this blood, which was made primarily from sugar. They were a huge target for the wasps.
My God, was there a lot of wasps.
Lots of wasps. I think everybody knew that it was pretty tough with like the wind, the rain, the mud, the wasps.
We wanted to have this feeling that it was tiring and we were in it and we were feeling it.
That's what the guys will be feeling inside the armor.
He's dead! It's over!
You know, me and Pete, we kind of limp to our chair. You can sit down and pass a bottle of water back and forth. And okay, we gotta go again.
We were pretty exhausted from doing all the stuff anyway, so it like contributed to the exhaustion that Dunk and Arian felt.
Dunk grabs a hold of Arian's shield with 2 hands and twists it until the straps break. Arian can do nothing as Dunk brings the shield down on top of the princeling's helm.
For Arian's shield, we've had to manufacture a crumple version when he is struck with it. At the bottom here, it is soft, but inside is a patch of lead. It's going to crumple in camera.
It did exactly what it says in the tin. It just kept obviously smashing as if it was smashing for real. All I had to worry about was going as hard as I could.
And Peter, he went, I think I'd like to give him a couple more punches. And we're like, yeah, why not?
So Arian's look, we have a few lacerations on the face. It should just feel frantic and scrappy and bloody.
They put all this kind of like dental barriers in my mouth that made it look like it was swollen.
This is the moment of triumph for Dunk. We wanted him to tower in the sky. That's why we kept the camera low and tracked along with them to get that hero shot.
That really sucked. Yeah, I'm good, you? They have the kind of like harness on you, and then they cut a hole in your costume and you're being dragged from an anchor.
When we did that, I remember saying to Owen, yeah, no, listen, if the wire's showing, don't worry, man, I'll pull them. Yeah, it'll be fine. And then we took the wire off of one of them and I tried to pull them and I was like, it's like trying to pull a sack of spuds through all the muck, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna need the wire.
My armor got caught in the mud and the thing was still going, but my arm was very much left behind. But it's all pretty fun.
Where's the
Going home together.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a bath together.
Are you?
Yeah.
This is called a crazy one-night stand.
Just performing that level of exhaustion, take after take. By the end of a shooting day like that, they were both destroyed. This knight who you've been pulling for has been part of something far bigger than anything he could have ever dared to imagine.
But tragedy is not done with Dunk.
Originally, we planned to shoot the ending scene under a canopy out amongst the tents.
It was quite challenging because, first of all, you'd have lots of people still around. So it felt like we needed to give it its own setting.
Owen came up with the idea when he saw that pathway.
It gives you the privacy that that sort of scene needs.
I need good men, Sir Duncan. The realm.
Baylor's helmet was very important, and I wanted the eye drawn to it.
Sir Raymond, my helm, if you would be so kind.
The design has a real strange, almost alien look about it that makes me attracted to it, but without telling me something's about to go down.
Baylor's head had a section of skull removed, and we do see through to the brain.
We worked with Pippa and her prosthetics team to put something there that we can use.
What they call an appliance, which would look photographically correct in the space, in the lights.
She had kind of brain matter and the skull missing. Our goal is to kind of sink that in, make it look deep.
I held back a bit in going full pelt for the injuries.
Because we're not going for gore in this moment. Things like gushing blood, not cause need to stare at this wound too long, to get it quickly and get back to the character and what this moment means.
Jurgis, get up, sir. Get up, sir. Get up!
Dunk begs him to stand, but the prince is gone and does not rise.
Baylor of House Targaryen, heir apparent to the Iron Throne.
We've got a funeral pyre where we are, like this Targaryen kind of setting, and the area's like volcanic. We'll have some little steam sources just to try and help sell it a little bit more.
Obviously did the Valar scene. He's just lost his father and he's completely out at sea and lost. But I didn't actually see any full scripts until the table read. I think I was struck by how different it was to how I'd expected it to be.
He had it in to be a great king, the greatest since Aegon the Dragon. Why would the gods take him and leave you?
There's a scene where Dunk goes to talk to Baylor in the solar. That scene is like night, very candlelit, and then he goes to talk to Maker. Completely different feel. It was very deliberate, make it feel like the castle is colder. There's something about mutating the way a place feels, depending on where is your character.
Some men will say I meant to kill my brother.
He is probably the one who did it.
The gods know it is a lie, but I will hear the whispers.
You can find reasons for it being an accident, maybe sow enough doubt in your mind to help you believe that it might not have been you.
He has to contend with this, as he says,
to the day I die. My youngest son seems to have grown fond of you, sir. He tells me he will serve no knight but you.
Beg your pardon, Lord, but I think I'm done with princes.
I think we're really worried for what will become of Egg if he doesn't go with Dunk.
Maybe you're not the knight I thought you were.
He clearly has a very dark side. You know, he has called for Aaron's death several times. There's a big difference between feeling that sort of rage and carrying on with it. He's ultimately not that person.
It's almost a moment of relief when we see that he goes with Dunk. Maybe there's a chance Egg could still turn out okay.
My Lord Father says I am to serve you.
When Egg shows up, it's a little ambiguous whether Maekar thinks Egg just ran away again.
I will take Egg to Squire, but not at Summerhall.
Maekar didn't say no. He said,
he's my last son.
In the book, Maekar has a very similar conversation with Dunk at his camp, but then disappears. So we still actually, even in the book, don't ever see the moment of Maekar saying, yes, you can go.
Where the fuck is Aegon?
This started as a joke, and then it ended as something that's in our show, so.
Our unlikely duo back on the road again.
Peter and Dexter had to come into that huge world and be confident, and that was a big, big ask. I found myself championing both of them as much as I wanted the story to sort of champion Dunk and Egg. It really became for me about wanting to give them their best shot.
That felt good. Dexter is a damn good actor. He's been brilliant on this, and it's been lovely getting to know him.
The two of them together, this was the show.
Let's go to the turning.
Oh, I make. I want to be a knight, but I don't know how to sew a patch.
The moment rap was called, everybody just felt so thrilled.
I think the last bit of rap was actually in Titanic.
We had like just a few pickups we needed to do.
Good, and reset. Go one more time.
Just getting back inside the studio felt like a victory. We'd made it through all of these exteriors and all the great unknown. Everything was so tough, but everyone worked so hard to accomplish it.
It feels like it's gone so fast, but also feels like I've been here forever.
Everybody felt a great sense of achievement.
That's a wrap on season 1! It was really emotional. The rap day, it was actually my birthday. Happy birthday to you! They brought me the cake, which was amazing. I personally love birthdays on set.
It's fucking great.
With this set, it's been a very, very special group of people. People that I'll speak to for probably the rest of my life.
You know he's got an allergy.
I really wanted the job. Yeah.
Oh man, just to be like part of the history books. People have done like fan art, and that fan art's gonna be pictures of me now. Such a shit thing to say.
It's the first of 3 of George's beloved novellas. Hopefully it's got a long way to go.
Get it, Roger.
I think we had all felt like we had done something special. Now it's time for a whole new adventure.
Just a massive thank you to everybody that made this possible. Can't wait to fucking do it again.
Mark Bitter.